And welcome to the next game. This is going to be Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior, the very first one. Back in the day, you know, on the NES, I think they called it Dragon Warrior. The card said Dragon Warrior and everything, but it is a part of the Dragon Quest series. And let's go ahead and get started here. We'll just have let's do capitals. BC. G. Your name does affect your stats as well, I believe, but I don't really care too much about it. We need to talk to the king here, and he says, "Descendant of Erdrick, listen now to my words. It is told that at ages past, Erdrick fought demons with a ball of light. Then came the Dragon Lord, who stole the precious globe and hid it in the darkness. Now, big dumb cat, thou must help us recover the ball of light and restore peace to our land. The Dragon Lord must be defeated. Take now whatever thou may find in these treasure chests to aid thee in thy quest. Then speak with the guards, for they have much knowledge that may aid thee. May the light shine upon thee, big dumb cat." So we're just going to walk over these chests, and we're going to go and hit take. So we got a little bit of gold there. And we found a torch, which is very important. At least early on in the game. And we found a magic key. So in order to leave this room here, we will have to use the magic key on this door. And when you get to stairs, you have to use the stairs option. It's a pretty cool RPG. There's a lot of grinding in this one, so if you want something kind of fun, kind of mindless, this is it. And I wanted... Wow, right off the bat, huh? So I wanted to play these games, these Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, before the remake comes out, because I would like to do a review on both games. I don't know what to really expect with the remakes. I know they're adding stuff and changing things, so I'm very excited. And here we have our weapon shop. So we're going to talk, and let's see. We would really like that copper sword, but for now we're just going to settle for the club. And I don't know what we have currently. Well, that's not it. What am I looking for here? It's been a while. So we equipped it already, got it. And we don't have armor or a shield. That's what I wanted to check. I didn't want to buy anything that we already had. Now, I played through this game all the time on my phone, and I'm just going to buy some clothes. Yeah. And when I play through it on my phone, it's, like I said, it's pretty mindless. It's a lot of grinding, and as long as you know where the key objectives are, you're good to go. So I'm going to be talking a lot in this video, this playthrough. And I think this may be our item shop, our tool shop. We do want to pick up a dragon scale. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and check our status. The defense power is 5. So we're going to use this dragon scale. And our defense power is 7. So that helps out a little bit. And our main goal now is to save up for a copper sword and leather armor. In order to do that, we have to fight monsters, and that's what this game is. It's a lot of combat, and the tiles on the overworld map kind of dictate, well, I think they do anyway. I think they dictate how many steps you need to fight a monster. So you have to kind of get used to just going back and forth, like if you're at work and you're on your phone, which this game is available on the phones nowadays with updated graphics, and it's a little different. And little in meaning that I think it starts you off with armor and weapons, and there might have been some balancing done to it. It definitely feels a little easier on the phone. But it's still a great game. You should check it out if you have time at work when you're not too busy like I do and you want to mess around on a game. This is a great game for that. But I'm very excited for the remakes, as I said earlier. I didn't do video for the third one yet, which I've already played through. And I actually didn't play the third one until they did the remake, so I don't know what the original was like. So I plan to do it as well, but I'm not going to do the original with it. It's going to be later. I just want to do 1 and 2 to start with, since I've played those. And then I want to see the changes in the remakes. And then we'll take a Dragon Quest break, and eventually we'll do number 3. You know, the old versus the new. But getting these done now gives us some time before the remakes come out, so that we can have another game in between, and we won't be playing the Dragon Quest games along with the remakes at the same time. But it'll still be fresh in our head. Also, we're not getting any encounters. So we really want our level up here, so that we can get, I think we get healing magic fairly early. That's why I didn't buy any items or anything. And that was the level up sound, so our power increases by 1, hit points by 7. We did not get the magic. Yep, just double checking. So the worst case here is we may have to go and use the inn. But once we get our heal magic, we can move further up and start fighting some different enemies. The whole map is open to you in this game, and you can accidentally go too far in one direction and suddenly engage a whole set of monsters that are well above where you're supposed to be, and you can quickly game over. But I like stuff like that. I've always enjoyed it in Final Fantasy II, where you could walk and, oh no, we're fighting mid to late game monsters now. I like that free will when they give it to you. And sometimes, like you just saw there, you'll get ambushed. And definitely make sure you set your tech speed to fast in this game. I was very truthful when I said that there's a lot of grinding in it. But if I cut out all the grinding and I only do the key objectives, it's going to be like a 20-minute video. And where's the fun in that? The screen turns pink when you're low on life, which can be a little intimidating. But we're not worried just yet. I'll get a little closer to the town, even though I think we would be fine. Another thing that I love about this game is, if you look to the south, that's the final castle in the game. That's, I think, Charlotte Castle is what they call it. They show it to you right from the beginning, and I always thought that that was awesome. And, you know, it's intimidation, this is what you have to look forward to. You know, here's the big bad. Try and get to him if you can. And so if you get curious and you try and walk around, that's how you'll find some of those stronger monsters. But you can't access that castle at the beginning of the game anyway, so it's not worth really trying to go over there. But if you've never played it, you wouldn't know that. I really need to play all of the Dragon Quest games. This was my very first one to play. I played 2 about 4 or 5 years ago. Basically, a guy was sleeping and he hit me head on in my, I had a Volkswagen Beetle, and it was one of my favorite cars ever, but he was sleeping, ran a stop sign, hit me head on, and it was okay, there was no injury or anything, but it totaled my car. It had twisted the whole frame underneath it from the impact. This guy was in a truck too, by the way. And so my car was totaled. So while I didn't have a car and I was looking for vehicles, I was playing through Dragon Quest 2 just to kind of distract me from the aggravation of the whole situation, I guess. I say aggravation because I've never had a car that's been paid off. And it's not from lack of effort or anything. I think I've had a car payment since I was maybe 18 or 19. My parents bought me my first car, and that's a fun story. I'll tell that one day. But ever since then, I've had a car payment. Which is not bad. I mean, so I'm hoping now that I have my dream car, I can just pay it off and we'll be good to go. But I went through a yellow Volkswagen Beetle, which age got the better of it in high mileage. It lasted forever. And then I got my red Beetle, and it was almost paid off. I think it only had like 7,000 left on it. Didn't mean to do that. And it got hit, even though I was planning to pay it off that year. And now I'm on a Jeep. So I've always wanted a Jeep. And we are cruising right along. I need to knock on some wood though. Because, you know, like Michael Scott, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So a lot of these Dragon Quest videos, I think I'm just going to talk maybe for 20 minutes at a time. We'll do 20-minute videos. Because like I said, it's a lot of grinding. Okay. Getting a little close here to the edge. But I think we got our level up. And do we get the heal spell? We do. So instead of paying, wow, we might actually die. No, we're not. We're good. Instead of paying the innkeeper gold, we can go to the castle now. And in the bottom right of the castle, there is a wizard, and he will restore our magic points if you talk to him. Big Dumb Cat's coming was foretold by legend. May the light shine upon this brave warrior. So we can cast heal. How much hit points do we have now? We can do it again. Oh, I'm just kidding. We got to get more magic. Which is fine. So heal takes 4 MP. And just like that, we're able to heal for free in the early game. Oh, this guy's got to get out of our way. And you can talk to people in the castle, which I'm going to. I just want to get right into it and start the grind, you know. We can even try going up a little bit here and seeing if we can take on some of these nastier monsters. I mean, the worst case is we just die. So, let's see. I used to play this game all the time as a kid. I just couldn't beat it. I didn't, you know, couldn't figure it out. But as an adult, we've beat it plenty of times. And here is a magician. This could be bad. Let's see what he does. When I get nervous, I do this with my face, if you guys haven't noticed that. So a chance to spell of hurt. We're gonna cast heal. Hope that he doesn't do that again. Yeah, we might die. That's okay though. Oh, we got a crit. Now that magician was like not worth it. Because now we're on the brink of death. We are definitely not strong enough for him. Now a Draki is what I called him. That's what I was looking for. Of course, we could die. I need to get further south. Back to the slimes. And I hope I one-shot them. So, wow, we're getting a ton of enemies now. Isn't that weird how the game does that? But I think it's because we're on the mountains too. Every 2 steps, we're farming. We're back in slime territory now, so the red ones are the only ones that are making me nervous because of that. we don't hit high enough on our damage, it looks like it needs to be 4, then we'll die. But maybe with a little bit of luck, we can make it back. So I guess we learned our lesson there about going too far north. It's when you walk into people too, it makes that sound. You hear that? It's pretty cool. But we learned our lesson there. We definitely need that sword before we go too far north. And the range on that healing is a little wild too. But now we're back to full. Got our magic back. Let's see. So we really should just move up just a tiny bit to where we get Drackies and red slimes. We can also check out that cave too. I'll go back there. Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen, that ambush, when I only had 1 hit point. And you definitely don't get encounters like this on the remakes, like back to back like that. Oh, ghost. That's a good one. So we can take on some of these stronger enemies. It's just having the damage to beat them. Now, when you go into a cave or anything, it's going to be dark like this. Earlier, we got a torch, so it expands it a little bit, but now we're on, you know, the clock. So we're just going to look around and see if we can find anything without getting lost. Can't really remember what's in here. Got some stairs here. The music changes a little bit when you go down the stairs. I hope this torch does not go out, by the way. I'm getting a little nervous about that. Trying to get him to go left. We'll take whatever this is. Tablet. I am Erdrick, and thou art my descendant. 3 items were needed to reach the Isle of Dragons, which is south of Breckenary. I gathered these items, reached the island, and there defeated a creature of great evil. Now I have entrusted the 3 items to 3 worthy keepers. Their descendants will protect the items until thy quest leads thee to seek them out. When a new evil arises, find the 3 items, then fight. So that's pretty much what we came in here for. The tablet. For the lore. Now, let's hope we can make it out of here. If you don't move quick enough, the menu likes to pop up. There's the stairs. And I think we're to the upper left here. Yep. And we should be out. We're going to hang out in this area so that we fight those stronger enemies, but not too far north where we fight, was that a wizard or a mage or whatever? The one that cast hurt on us. How's that for a name for the spell too? Hurt. It's a very, very early RPG. So, but still pretty awesome. We're halfway to our copper sword, I believe, now too. We want the sword before the armor, I'm pretty sure, so that we can kill these stronger enemies, which will drop more gold. We got a lot of magic, and we also got the spell of hurt, I'm pretty sure. But like I said, the lore in this game, you really don't have to do too much talking. It's a lot of grinding that you could do passively, like just tapping the button And if it's something that you wanted to do while you were in between work, or if you're waiting on tickets at work or whatever, it's great for that. I mean, you could probably even do it while watching a movie, truthfully. You just walk back and forth and tap the attack button. Just be mindful of your health, you know? If you are taking damage. Which there, we didn't actually take any damage from that red slime. It said, no damage hath been scored. I'm gonna go just another minute here. Then I'll be heading to work. And then Wednesday we'll be back with more grinding in Dragon Quest 1. But like I said, once we get our sword and our armor, we're gonna go through and talk to everybody, mainly our sword. We can probably do without the armor. We'll go through and talk to everybody in the town. We'll learn a little bit more about the game. And the castle as well. And let's get one more fight in here. And I'll cast the heal spell and then we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Oh, yeah. It's just so easy to get into the loop. It's supposed to stop. So yeah, this is going to be Dragon Quest 1, the majority of the game, at least until we're able to advance to more difficult areas. And in certain areas, there's going to be like maybe 2 or 3 main dungeons. There's some that are there to throw you off, which have items in them in the dungeon, but they can be cursed. We'll talk more about that when we get back to the grindage in the next video. But I definitely recommend you guys check it out. It's usually pretty cheap on the App Store as well. And the more modern versions, they're pretty fun. So, but definitely if you get stuck, don't get frustrated. Use a guide, because a lot of this stuff, it's maybe in the newer versions, they're a little bit more detailed in it, but on the NES, it was pretty tricky as a kid trying to find everything. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great Monday and a great start to your day, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's Earthbound video. Bye.